Weather Impact Team.
And a very good Thursday afternoon to you. I'm FOX54 Weather Impact Chief Meteorologist Jordan Dressman. A much quieter afternoon compared to what we were talking about just this time 24 hours ago. Good thing, too, because we're going to play a little bit of high school football this evening, which means the line of showers and thunderstorms back off to the west might look somewhat intimidating. Look at this. We're talking about a reasonably robust line of showers and thunderstorms currently pushing its way through northeast Mississippi. Now this activity bringing some pockets of heavier rain, a little bit of thunder, and a little bit of lightning, but we're not really talking about much in the way of any strong thunderstorm activity. There's no reports of any gusty winds within this line moving through northeast Mississippi. Really all we're talking about is some pockets of heavier rain, a little bit of thunder, and at this point the lightning is there, but it's somewhat minimal. This activity is going to continue to push its way to the east over the next couple of hours and eventually push its way into northwest Alabama. As it continues to push its way to the east over the next several hours, eventually crossing the I-65 corridor, I would not actually be the least bit surprised if it ends up fizzling out to nothing. So really the only folks that are probably going to be impacted by this is going to be our friends across northwest Alabama, Lauderdale, Colbert, and then down into Franklin County, because I think as this line continues to push its way to the east, it's gradually going to begin to weaken, especially once we get beyond sunset. And sunset this evening is right around 6:37, 6:38 p.m., something like that. And then once we get beyond sunset, showers and thunderstorms really aren't going to be able to sustain themselves at all. So definitely some good news there. Maybe not the greatest news for our friends across northwest Alabama, Lauderdale, Colbert, and Franklin counties, but hopefully this line kind of gets in and out here within the next hour and a half or 2 hours or so. And maybe we can get this line out before any of the high school football games being played in northwest Alabama actually begin. That would definitely be a little bit of good news. We have seen a significant amount of rain over the last several days. Everybody has seen at least 1 inch to 2 inches, and then on a more local level, some folks have seen 4 to 5.5 inches of precipitation over the last 3 days. Let's talk about temperatures this evening. 76 at 6, 74 at 7, 72 by 8, 70 degrees by the time we get to 9 o'clock. Now, we're gradually going to begin to lose the humidity. I think for the most part, still going to be kind of humid this evening, but the humidity is gradually going to begin to trail off. If not at the beginning of the evening, maybe by the time we get to the end of the evening. And if the humidity is still hanging around at the end of the evening, well, then it'll finally begin to trail off as we head into the overnight and then early into your Friday morning. Hinting at that opportunity for a couple of isolated showers and thunderstorms, specifically across northwest Alabama over the next couple of hours. But again, hopefully that activity will get out of here by the time a lot of those high school football games get started. Then as we head into your Friday, it does look like we are going to be dry. Now Friday afternoon, there is another opportunity for a little bit of rain, a couple of embedded thunderstorms as well. But that activity does look like it is definitely going to be out of here by the time we get to Friday night football. Obviously, the majority of the games are going to be played on Friday, so some good news there for our Friday night football games. Temperature-wise, it's going to be fantastic. 74 at 6, 72 at 7, 70 by 8, 68 degrees by the time we get to 9 o'clock. And I don't really think the humidity is going to be as big of a factor as we head into Friday evening. By the time we get to Friday night, we're going to find ourselves comfortably in a different air mass now that we're going to be definitely on the backside of the cold front by the time we get to Friday afternoon and Friday evening, so that new air mass will have had a chance to really push its way into the Tennessee Valley and kind of establish itself. Let's talk about college football. Maybe you're dedicated traveling to College Station, Texas this weekend. 88 degrees for Auburn and Texas A&M, a mostly clear sky. Not going to be a lot of humidity in Texas, but that kind of goes without saying. There never is. There's a chance of showers and thunderstorms in Athens, Georgia this Saturday. Otherwise, temperature is going to be in the lower 80s for the Alabama-Georgia game. 82 degrees. If you take out the opportunity for scattered showers and thunderstorms, the weather for that game is actually going to be quite fantastic. It's going to feel like fall.